Who?
That Piper. It's magic, the things he can do. You know, he looks like you.
Really?
You must believe me.
I do, Paul.
They call this game a Haley-Bailey bundle. Well, we think that it's the dumbest game that we ever saw. We're all supposed to gather all the straw we can see. We would rather really gather all those nuts off the tree.
Along the river Baser is where we spend the day. We're assigned to just a single chore, and that's...
Travesty of modesty, were I not to say aloud, you do your mare proud. Will be rewarded very soon, comes here. When yonder clock chimes with golden tone, the banner of the king will be our own. Wealth and fame will be ours. Hamelin town is sure to be clockmaker to his majesty.
Where? Until this construction is prepared for exact measurements.
I'm shocked to view your move to Hamelin if we're found lagging. Here now, you precious little bits, and get to work. During this emergency, I proclaim a patriotic aim. We'll stretch each hour and crowd each minute. Work is more fun if all are in it. Therefore, our little men and women will voluntarily eliminate school and play.
Oh, Father, they have so little time as it is for play. Less than half an hour a day.
Time for food and time for rest. How else can we make Hamelin best?
But Truson will be furious.
It would indeed be curious if that fool were not.
Your Honor, the Mayor of Hamelout seeks audience with you.
Oh, our rival of long tradition. Methinks he feels the pinch of competition.
Truson.
Paul's told me of this new decree. Mara, this time they've gone too far.
But they hope to win the banner of the king.
The children need to learn and play, to dance and sing in the sun of the day. The council's mad with envy, greed, cherishing things of no use or need. A banner here, a medal there. Children bewildered, in despair. Songs outlawed, play forbidden. Love ignored. It's outrageous.
I know.
But the worst crime of all is melting down the gold of the town for chimes.
Truson, for my sake, don't anger Father.
He angers me. It's time I spoke up.
But I can't defy him. He could forbid our marriage. Today he hinted. Oh, accept without protest this new order. Just this once for me.
Just this once. How many times have I turned from their crimes because you feared to anger him? Each silence brought a harsher measure. Now not a minute is left for play. Someone in Hamelin must protest, arouse the people, force a test of who is strongest, what is right.
He and the council have the power.
Would you ask me not to fight? Deprive me of my sight? To see the world through but one eye? Half the truth and half the lie. It would be as if you say, love me every other day. Would you have my heart in part?
How
can I tell you, I convey what's deep inside me? Will I find a way when you're near? Then I feel there's a wall in between us. Yeah, broken. When you go, then I know what I might have explained remain unspoken. How can I tell you? How can I? What I hope someday you may also feel. If my heart could impart every secret it knows, how I love you.
Oh, Mara, if you only saw things as I do, but I mean no harm to your father. My only desire is to right what's wrong and to have you believe in me.
If my heart could impart every secret it knows, you'd know how I love you.
A word of caution before we usher in the Mayor Hammerlout. He'd stop at nothing to best us. Show the gentleman in. Remember, those who listen smiling and wise are never taken by surprise. Mercy is a virtue you'll find aplenty here, sir. We're doers, sir, not dreamers who cry into their beer, sir.
I come to tell of a cruel and tragic plight, sir. The river Weser has overflowed its banks. All we possess has been washed away. The fort is submerged. Our people have taken to the hills with scant clothing and no food. So utterly desolated is our city that even the rats have fled before the onrushing waters.
There are no rats in Hamelin.
Our old and hungry. Help us with food and shelter to build our city.
A pity. A deep-felt pity. Yes, once it was. We are deeply moved by your tragic plight. We'll search our purse and cast about. Return to your people without further ado. We'll see what we can do for you.
You will have the everlasting gratitude of our children, sir.
Ah, me. 'Tis sad indeed to find an arrogant enemy in need.
Our chief competitor wiped out. I feel a tear run down my snout.
3 tears for the clockmakers of Hammerlout.
I take it you've reached your decision.
We have.
I take it we're unanimous, all agreed. We'll help them in their hour of need.
What?
We'll send our deepest sympathy.
Of course.
Indeed. Danger still within the very gates of Hamelin.
With Hammerlout not in competition?
Beware of complacency. There are other rivals in this race. This is no time to slacken our pace. Let's put our backs in our work. More effort by twice the work around the clock.
1 for the tick
And 2 for the top.
No time wasted for children in school. No loss of a minute in any manner if we're to win the good king's banner.
I protest! I protest!
Oh, it's only Truson.
We're in official session. Get out.
You'll hear me out. I'll make it plain for all to see how monstrous is your new decree.
And he would be my son-in-law. Why I refuse, it is not hard to see.
Your son-in-law I do not seek to be. Just husband to your daughter. Spouted with greed. You're selling your souls in the shoddiest manner for a worthless rag a king calls a banner.
A worthless rag?
The banner of our king? Why, it's treason even to think such a thing.
Hear me. Of all your stupid time for which we'll have to pay. Deprive your children and you'll rue the day.
Who let him in? The man's a traitor to Hamelin. Let us throw him out.
Throw him out. He would undermine our prestige.
Prestige is a sort of a kind of a fame. It's the look of a claim at the mention of your name.
Prestige be to seem like the best of your ilk.
Have your mate gowned in silk.
Though your children have no milk.
You may be poor, but your prestige can be great. Whom to cultivate.
Prestige is the one happiness every smart man must possess.
Prestige is the thing people think you must not pursue, but who sees to the ultimate degree.
Prestige is the mark of a gold that you paid for your coat's fancy braid just to
Protect you if you've got prestige.
Prestige is the banner you strive to amass, to be sure you surpass all the others in your class. Saying you've made the grade. When you're hungry, don't trade your prestige for gold or jade.
The key to prestige isn't why, but it's how.
When you're met, do they bow? Do they pass you or kowtow?
If you should lose prestige, you're better dead.
Make sure that you take if there's no bread.
Prestige is the thing that we constantly chase.
What our hands must embrace
When we're faced with saving faith.
your cohorts bestow, set your ego aglow, though you know it isn't so.
Prestige is a dinner they give you for fun, what they wouldn't have done when you really needed one.
Don't take the credit when results are in doubt. Wait till you're certain how it all turned out.
Prestige is the asset you're pleased to reprise, making sure no one sees all the liabilities.
She'll be safe here.
John! Do something! Why don't you do something?
Hamlet. They will not invade us with their misfortune.
Not by people, Father. We've been invaded by...
Out! It's a plot, an evil conspiracy. The Hamloutians have sent their rats to us. What audacity! I'll issue forthwith a proclamation. Out! Tommy!
Oh, Father, not a proclamation. We need a fumigation to get rid of them.
Aye, that's right.
Quiet. Everyone be calm. I'll prove that this is just a false alarm. Let's put an end to this agitation. Your council has the situation firm in hand. Here is my proclamation, to be written on the finest vellum. It is herewith decreed that in this hour of need, each and every citizen will employ his wit and wisdom and ingenuity to end this willful act of retaliation of Hammerlout, the meanest town in the nation.
Hear, hear. We know how, and we'll show how that we know how.
We don't see how a decree will drive the creatures from Hamelin.
They chase the dogs and kill the cats.
And bite the babies in their cradles.
And eat the cheese right out the back.
And lick the soup from the cook's own ladle.
The councillors will think as hard as every other citizen for the duration of the crisis. Meanwhile, before we give you a solution for this plague, don't stand there looking vague. Beat them with brooms. Kill them with stones. Remember, the emissary of the king will tolerate no such thing.
Lara, just listen. The music of the piper. Oh, Paul, you're imagining it again. Just listen. You hear it, don't you?
Yes, I think I do. Yes.
No, Truson, there is no music.
Council, shocking. To think we bygones lined with ermine for those who can't or won't determine how to rid our town of vermin.
Aye, better give your brains a racking.
Find the remedy that's lacking, or sure as fate will send you packing.
Yes.
Aye.
Open the door.
Did I promise too much when I said you'd think? Remember, everything's at stake. Our action now may make or break us.
Devil take us. This spot is hot.
Now let's be calm and not forget we in Hamlin live by reason. Regardless of cloud or worse. Hamlin's in the grip of a curse. Let's face it, the situation's tragic. We'll not be saved. Saved by magic.
Did you call me? Call me. Call me. Call me. Call me. Call me.
The door was bolted. Who are you?
Although I wear no robe or sable, it so happens that I'm able to charm all creatures neath the sun, that creep or swim or fly or run.
You have an invention?
I attract attention, chiefly with a secret charm on creatures that do people harm. The mole that doesn't know the Pied Piper.
You have a trap.
Always they search for the better trap and other forms of tastier pap, so dear to the hearts of every sap. No insult to your honor. On this, a special tune I'll play, and lure the rats away before there dawns another day.
If such a thing can really be, you're the very man for me.
There will be a fee.
And you'll find our only fault is generosity.
Then we'll have no difficulty striking a bargain. How much money in your treasury?
50,000 guilders.
An idle boast, sir. You fool. We'll be roasted over a pit for your lack of wit.
Makers of baubles, chimes, and clocks, leaders in virtue, character builders. To rid your town of this